Hi and welcome to class today. We're going to be exploring a beginner's flow to come up into tree. I recommend you have a blanket, a cushion and a block for this practice, but this is perfect for beginners or if you're coming back to your practice and you haven't been here for a while. Today we'll be starting seated on the mat. So if you're coming into a seated position in yoga, I just want to give a little bit of alignment help for you and we're coming into seated position before we get started. Think about your shoulders coming away from your ears, but your head is coming up towards the sky. The crown of your head is kind of pushing up towards the sky, and it will mean that you're opening out the chest. You don't want too much of a curve in the spine though, that the chest kind of comes forward. So we don't want it to be like this. We're opening up the chest, but we're opening it upward and bringing the tummy, like all the tummy muscles are coming in towards the back of the spine. The belly button's coming towards the spine. But just think about bringing the tummy towards the spine. The shoulders are relaxed, and so think about the space of your neck and your shoulder blades being like an evenly spaced with your neck and your chest. You don't want to be like coming forward. You want to have it so it's like an even tilt between the shoulders and the chest and the shoulders and the back, and so there is no collapsing forward or arching back. We're in this nice middle space. And you can bring your hands to your thighs when you come into a seated position for settling in. You can bring them to the thighs and you can open them up. This opening up is kind of something, this opening up sensation is definitely something that you get used to, and I've written a bit about it on my blog, where settling in can be really hard. So if you come into this space and you're like, I don't understand what she means by settle in, I don't know what she means by calm the mind, I completely get that it could be a very confusing way of wording it. So when we come into this space, we're opening out the palms and we're just being, and we are going to have thoughts, and I think that's the key thing, is you cannot fight every thought that comes into your mind, and I don't recommend you do. I recommend surrendering to those thoughts, but not in the sense of, okay, well, I need to go to the shop and I need to buy this and this is what I'm going to get, and then being in a spiral of what you need to get and will I remember this, and just allow those thoughts to be. Allow those thoughts to be in your mind, but you are not interacting with them. You're not go away, you're not trying to wash them away with a wave, you are simply being with those thoughts. And remember that those thoughts, if they are supposed to be, they will come back to you. And if they don't come back to you, then they probably weren't supposed to be in the first place. If you need to go put fuel in your car, you will remember to put fuel in your car because there is a light in your car. If you go home and you go, oh, I haven't got any food, you will remember that, you know, if you go to your fridge, you will look at it and you'll remember, oh, I need to go get that groceries. You do not need to worry about it in the space when you are setting up that space for yoga. And that is what settling is about. It's about letting those things not overwhelm your brain, just letting them be. Not letting them go, letting them be. So they are there and they will come back to you. But we're not going to let them go, we're not going to fight them, we're just going to just be there with those thoughts. And I like to keep a nice neutral position when I think about it. None of those thoughts are good or bad. Even if you think the oddest thing in that moment, that it's neither good nor bad, it's just sometimes things come to you and that's absolutely fine. Those are just thoughts, they're not you and they're not reality. This is reality where you are now. It's a very deep thought to have, that this is reality and your thoughts are not. So if that's something you really struggle with, I just recommend like sticking with it, and eventually you will understand it a little bit more. And if you want to just come to more, and sometimes going to more in-person classes can also help that sense of just being. So we're going to come into a settling in posture. This could be seated. If this is not working for you with the seated position, feel welcome to come onto your back. Maybe just take a moment on your back. But I just recommend closing down the eyes here, thinking about the breath, just noticing the breath. The breath is what's going to anchor you in this place. And letting it go. Breathing in. letting it go. What you're letting go is you're letting any energy that isn't serving you in this place, the energy that's telling you that you need to rush, the energy that is telling you you need to go, 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 you need to remember, you know, that kind of nervous energy that we build up. We're trying to engage that parasympathetic nervous system to rest and restore our body. Allow it all to weigh down. Feeling the tailbone under our seat. Feeling the tailbone grounding into the floor. The breath comes in through the nose and down through the spine onto that tailbone. You might feel that breath expand further into each fingertip, each foot, each toe on your foot. The shoulders way further down. And you become a bit more aware of the room around you. Allow the fingers to wiggle. Bring the arms up to by the sides of your head, and you can open up the eyes. Look towards the sky, look towards those fingertips. Bring them back down. Bring the right hand next to the right leg. Try and be on the fingertips, so you're nice active fingers. Bring the left hand up and then bend towards that right hand side. Try and get that fingertip of the left hand going all the way up and then coming over. Breathe in, expand the chest, breathe out, sink a little bit lower into that side bend. Come back up. Bring the right hand up. We'll push those fingertips towards the ceiling and then bring them to the side. Bring yourself back up. Take a moment here. Just notice the feeling that you have now you've started moving. Bring the shoulders towards the ears and roll them back in space. Then bring it so it's the other way, the other direction. Bring yourself into stillness and then begin to do some hand circles. One way and then the other way, all kind of directed with your fingertips, but it's your wrists we're warming up. Bring the hands out in front of you and then bring them to your shoulders. Bring them out, kind of like zombie arms, I suppose, and then bring them back to your shoulders. Bring them back out, try and relax the hands, and then bring a little bit of action in there. One more time. Bring them to your shoulders. And then bring your legs out in front of you. Don't have to have them straight, and you're going to bring the right leg towards you. Just do some circles with the right foot. It does remind me of like stirring a big pot of something almost. Like I think in children's yoga they say that you're stirring something. And it does, that's how it feels. So you can pretend you're stirring something in a really big pot. Or you could just be doing circles with your knees. Feeling it in your hip. And also I just recommend straightening and bending the knee so you feel it warming up the knee as well. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can you can separate out the movements. Then bring some circles into the toe, make the legs stop moving so you can focus on doing circles one way and doing circles the other way. Bring that leg out nice and straight. You don't have to have it nice and straight actually, you can have a small bend it. And then bring some circles into the the left leg. See, yawns are very natural. You're going to just like get a few yawns when you're beginning to practice and like kind of, especially on something which is very close to your nervous system. Then just bring the foot into stillness and do some ankle rolls with the left foot. And then the other way. And take a moment. Just allow yourself to have a moment. Bring the cushion or the blanket away from your bum as you come up to standing. Just be conscious of how you're getting up, if what works for you to get up to standing. Bring yourself into the centre of the mat, and we're going to come into Tadasana, which is our mountain pose. We're going to bring the feet so they're nice and planted on the floor. The four corners of the feet, all your toes are planted on the floor, and your arches, which are obviously on the inside of your foot, are kind of like lifted off the floor, and you can kind of feel a little bit more weight going into the outsides of your feet. Bring it so your hands come to either side of you and you close the eyes down. Just see how it feels here. Closing down the eyes, taking a moment to bring the shoulders away from the ears. I even think tucking the chin a little bit. It's like almost abnormal for us because we're always trying to make sure we don't have a double chin, but actually it's actually really good for our neck because it's a different movement. Otherwise our neck gets very used to being like this, and then we gain weakness in our shoulders and on our spine. So try and tuck that chin a little bit, pushing the chest out to be nice and bright. Nice and open chest, shoulders are away from the ears, the chin is tucked, and the tongue can be on the roof of your mouth so you can breathe through your nose. The space between your eyebrows is nice and soft. And you begin to feel the awareness of your legs. You feel an engagement of your thighs, hips and your bum. Your core begins to kind of get in on that action as well, making it a nice strong Tadasana. When was the last time you stood like this? Just have a little think for yourself. Where you just stood, not doing anything, not waiting for anything, you just stood. I bet you never just stand. You may notice a natural sway in your movement, or maybe like your body goes through kind of a circle, a little rock. Just notice it. Don't put any thoughts or feelings connecting those things. And then open up the eyes, see how you feel. So we're going to bring in the block. So from our Tadasana we're going to go to tree pose. We're going to bring the block to the mat and bring it so it's underneath our left foot. So our left foot, our left leg even, is going to be a little bit bent. And we're going to bring the weight onto our right foot rather than that left foot that's standing. You're going to feel it in your hip, your glute, and probably the rest of your leg as well. And you can begin to bring the weight onto the right side, peel away the left foot so your knee is nice and bent, and try and turn out that left foot. Bring your hands to your hips. Just take a minute here. You could try and peel that knee open a little bit more, or you're just seeing how it feels now. You can feel resistance of that left foot and that right leg though. Nice and strong. Finding a point in front of you to look at, your dristi is what we call it in yoga. And you could always then take away the block if you'd like. If that's something you want to explore, and you just want to explore, you know, straight up tree pose, you are completely welcome to. I am just giving you this modification. If you don't have a block, a book is perfect. Bring that knee back to center, bring the foot back planted on the block, and I just think like pop over to the left foot so your right foot is then on the block. Take a moment here and then bring that weight onto that left foot. Bring that right knee out. See if you can bend it a little bit more so you're on your toes of your right foot. So you've got more weight into that left side. Find a point to look at in front of you. Something else you could explore is bringing the hands away from the hips and bringing them to heart center. There might be a little bend in that standing leg. That just might feel more comfortable for you. Bring your hands back to your waist, your foot comes down, and you step away from the block and you can just move it to the side. Take a moment here, we're going to come into a forward fold. So just take a moment back in your Tadasana, so your feet are somewhat hip distance apart, whatever's comfortable for you and your hips. Wouldn't have them really close together because you might find your ankles just are a little bit grind against each other, that might be a bit uncomfortable. Bring your hands to your waist. You want a nice little bend in your knees, little bouncy bend. It's going to get a little bit deeper as we go along though. I'm just going to take my hair clip back because otherwise it will fall out anyway. And then we're going to bend towards our belly to thighs. So our belly is coming towards our thighs and we can drop our head down. Your hands are still on your waist, or maybe they come down and they clutch the opposite elbow to hand. And it might not look like this, it might look a bit more like this. It might be have a deeper bend in your knees so you get those belly to your thighs, whatever's comfortable for you here. Tuck the chin a little bit. And then when you're ready, plant the hands, lift back up, all the way up to your Tadasana. Take a moment here. So coming onto our bums, we're going to bring the legs out somewhat straight. Take a moment here, take a breath in. Think about bringing the shoulders away from the ears, the head is coming towards the ceiling, it's nice tall spine, no caving in or arching back. Then keep the left leg bent, try and straighten that right leg. Try and bring the left foot as close as you can so you can get your foot flat on the floor. Nice engagement of the right leg, and so your toes are coming towards you and you'll have a flexed foot. Take a breath here and then hug the left knee. Try and twist towards that left side. It's a closed off twist. You bring the hand to the floor, take a moment. Come back to center. Open up the leg now by bringing the knee towards the floor. So it comes to like lying on the floor. You could bring it a little bit, your foot can come closer if it can. And then we're going to walk our way down to this nice engaged leg here. And then try folding over that leg. Take a moment. Maybe tuck your chin. See, feel it in your hamstrings. Feel it in your knee. Come back up. Bring the foot back so it's planted on the floor and then switch over your legs. Take a moment here to make sure that spine's nice and tall again, and then twist towards the right side. Fingertips are on the floor. You strain your spine in your exhale, you twist a little bit further in your exhale. Take yourself back to center, open up the right side, try and get nice active feet. And see if you can bend towards that straight leg. Maybe tuck that chin. Feeling the hamstrings. Bring yourself back up. Right leg comes up. Bring your feet together and then make your way onto your back. On your back, take a moment here. We're going to plant the hands on the floor and we're going to lift the hips into a bridge pose. Try and think about squeezing your glutes when you're up in your bridge pose. And you'll feel an engagement of your lower spine as well. So bring yourself up. Weight comes onto the shoulders and your hips come up in the air. Your glutes squeeze in. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. Take a moment here. You could do that a couple more times if you'd like to, or you can bring your knees to your chest, rock from side to side. Take a moment here. Feel almost like the floor massaging your lower spine, and then bring the feet down, bring the legs down all the way to the floor. Open up into your Shavasana. Take your time here to ground yourself, ground your spine. Think about that breath coming in through your nose and weighing all the way down into your bones. It's coming in as prana. It's not just breath, it's life force. And right now it's going to ground you into the earth. Taking a few more breaths. Feel the prana come in, and maybe it works its way from its lungs, or from your lungs even, all the way to your fingertips, your toes. Feel it weighing all the way down. Begin to wiggle your toes, your fingertips. Bring your knees towards your chest. And make your way up into a seated position when you're ready. That might be rocking to one side and then pushing your way up into your seated position. Hands come to the chest and just take a moment here. I thank you for coming to this practice today. I'm so grateful for you to be here. I hope that you subscribe and you like this video. Maybe send it to a friend for them to do, And yeah, like join me on my Instagram and my other social media. It's linked down below, as well as my blog. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.